I never thought I'd see this day. We're back in Jerusalem, but we're so poor.
But we have your goat's milk at least, don't we, baby?
Brothers, before we eat, let's think about our absent friends.
Brothers, I am really, truly sorry that Habakkuk stayed in Babylon. You see, he was a really wonderful, wonderful friend to me.
He would have had to abandon his goldsmith shop and his customers. And his profits. He didn't want to leave.
I understand that. He was right to stay there, but I miss him too much. He was much more than a brother to me.
In the meantime, let's eat. This is a duty to God indeed. Let's eat as best we can. Jehovah has ordered us to rebuild the temple. But it won't be easy. Solomon employed thousands of workers. A lot of money and 7 years to build it. On the contrary, we'll have to face the Samaritans' opposition. We must be ready for it.
But the Samaritans are also devoted to Jehovah. We're brothers in faith, not enemies. Why should they object?
Because they built a temple in Samaria. If Jerusalem got its temple back, the thousands of pilgrims who go up every year to the temple of Samaria would naturally prefer to come to the temple of Jerusalem.
Their temple yields money and offerings. Of course they don't want to give it up. Have faith, my sons. If we are obedient children of Jehovah, he will rebuild his destroyed temple in Jerusalem, because there's no better place on earth to worship him. Jerusalem is the city of Jehovah.
The sea, my dear sister. We can eat at last. Yes, there are fishermen here. Sure, they will help us, yes. They'll give us some fishes.
Let's go over there. Oh, what a wonder.
Oh!
What a wonder.
Samaritan soldiers!
You men, lay down your arms. Who gave you the right? Who gave you the right to cross the land of Samaria? How'd you dare?
Commander, His Majesty Cyrus the Great, King of Persia and Assyria, he's the one who gave us our rights. He reigns over both our people.
You can't prove this thing in any way at all, and I'm here to block you.
Look at these people. They're the people of Jerusalem. returning to their country after the exile to Babylon. Jehovah's will is done, finally. And here are our witnesses, you see. These are Cyrus's soldiers. You can ask them.
Let's go!
Blessed be the holy name of Jehovah. After you, Princess Basar. This way.
Oh, finally, Jerusalem! Oh, let's go to the temple. Let's go. I can't believe we have missed it. Oh, God is great. The temple.
Ask your mother to tell you the history of this city. I told her all about it when she was still a child like you.
Ah, Mother, obey Grandpa, will you? Tell me the story of Jerusalem. When the hand of Jehovah abandoned Saul, death stole the great king, and David, the son of Jesse, succeeded to him.
The great Marduk, the god who punished Babylon and destroyed the Assyrians, delivering the kingdom to the great Cyrus, is here now. I can call him from this altar to heal your wounds and give you the happiness you deserve. Marduk is great. Marduk is powerful. Give your offerings to Marduk. For every offering, I will throw a grain of incense in the fire. The more the grains of incense, the more you'll be loved by Marduk, the great god of our sovereign, the victorious god that will never be defeated. Offer to Marduk your substances.
It's a sacrilege. In the city of Jehovah, you're worshipping gods of stone. Do you want Jehovah's wrath to fall upon you again? You're lucky the priests are coming, you evil people.
Quick, the priest! The bridge. Get out of here! Escape! Escape! Get out of here! Quick, the priest! Get away from
You know that the hand of Jehovah wrote the law. I am the Lord your God. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not bow down yourself to any other god. You won't make yourself a god of cast metal. But the infamous amongst you brought among us the accursed statue of a god of stone, and some foolish Israelis even paid for the incense to be burnt in front of it. Do you want the anger of the Almighty to fall upon us again? Wasn't the terrible punishment Jehovah inflicted upon the people of Jerusalem 70 years ago enough?
Let's find shelter! Oh, great! Let's find shelter! Look after the livestock.
You already know how to write. You have a bright future ahead of you. When you grow up, you'll become a famous scribe like your grandfather.
Yes, I'm good at this, but it's very late. Ah!
We're through with it. Go now.
Tell me what you are writing, Ephraim.
I'm copying from an old scroll that the people say is the original story of Daniel.
Do you know the meaning of this story? Please answer, Ephraim.
Of course, it means that faith in God is salvation for men who believe in him. It's a great story. King Nebuchadnezzar loved Daniel so much that he appointed him as his minister. But the envious courtiers tried to set him up, and so they spied on him. One day they saw Daniel kneeling in his house, praying and praising his God, Jehovah the Most High.
Let's see what he's doing.
Aha!
They hurried to King Nebuchadnezzar and told him,
Oh, my king, you decreed that nobody in your kingdom may worship another god but you. Otherwise, they'd be thrown into the lion's pit, didn't you, my great lord?
Yes, I've decreed this and it's irreversible. What's the reason for this question? Talk!
Then you must know that Daniel, minister over your kingdom, doesn't respect your decree.
What?
Yes, my great king, with our own eyes we saw him praying to his God 3 times a day, we swear it.
The king, upon hearing their words, was distressed. But he couldn't revoke his own decree, and so he was forced to order Daniel, his beloved minister, to be condemned and put to death.
Now we'll see if the God to whom you are faithful can save you.
I will be faithful to him, even in death. My king, my faith is forever.
And it was dawn finally. The king left the palace and hurried towards the lion's pit. When he got there, he called Daniel in a loud voice.
Daniel, servant of the living God on earth, did your God save you from the lions?
Your Majesty, I wish you a long life. My God sent his angel, who with his light closed the lions' mouths, and they didn't harm me. Because, my lord, I am innocent before my God, and before you too, as I never offended you.
Remove the stone, get him out of the pit.
Oh, my
Daniel! Those who accuse Daniel are to be put to death immediately.
What are they going to do? What are they going to do? They're not going to throw us in the pit. I think it's the end of the pit. I'd rather be thrown in the furnace than in the pit.
Then the king decided to write a letter to all the authorities of his kingdom and to all the people of his land.
Daniel's God is to be honored and feared all over my kingdom, because he's the living God who will remain forever. His kingdom will never be destroyed. His dominion will never end.
He's the Saviour and Deliverer, performer of prodigies and miracles in heaven and on earth. He delivered Daniel from the lion's pit.
Why are you playing? The walls of the city have been destroyed. Its gates have been breached by the Assyrians. It's a dead city.
This, my friend, is the sound of hope. While I play, I see the walls rising and Jerusalem shining greater than ever.
May God hear your words. Let's hope that you're right. Let's hope it's true, brother.
Go inside.
Well, people of Samaria, I'm glad to see you.
We're honored to be in your presence, Prince Sabasar.
Why did you come from Samaria to here?
To pay you our respects, my lord, nothing else. We imagined that it would please you to receive some gifts, my lord.
Well, you say you came only to greet me and take presents, don't you?
We also wanted to reassure you, sir, of the absolute loyalty of my people to King Cyrus, sovereign of Persia and Assyria.
Because Cyrus has a very powerful army.
No, sir. We're here out of friendship, not fear. It's a true friendship, nothing else.
I am convinced that you are telling the truth.
We'd like you to clarify a minor detail, sir, if you could. A very minor one, believe me.
I shall be glad to if I can. I tell you what.
The Israelis who returned from their exile in Babylon, are they gonna rebuild the temple? We'd really like to know.
Why are you so interested in this? Somebody put you up?
We've built a great temple to Jehovah in Samaria. What's the use of another one?
You've built a temple to Jehovah in your city. But the Assyrians destroyed the Temple of Solomon here, and it's that one that King Cyrus decreed to rebuild.
Then we shall take our leave, my prince, and we thank you for your patience. We return to our city with a tranquil mind because we paid you our respects and because we didn't see any workers or architects in the city. How could we take away from a whole people the possibility of rebuilding a holy temple when the king himself granted it?
In fact, you can't, and you won't do it anyway.
Thank you, Prince. We'll be back to pay our respects and we'll bring you new gifts.
And the Lord said, "Look at them, I shall love them of true love." I shall heal them from their unfaithfulness. So the Lord said to Moses, "King Solomon, build the temple." Let my anger depart from them. Thus says the Lord, I shall be as dew for Israel. It shall bloom as a lily. They shall return to sit under my shade.
My lord, I wanted to build a magnificent abode for you, a place for your eternal residence, as it was written in the book of the just. Blessed be Jehovah. Blessed be Jehovah, the God of Israel.
Blessed be Jehovah!
The paths of the Lord are straight, the righteous walk on them, while the wicked stumble. May the name of the Lord always be blessed.